I'd like to introduce you to Melodic Motion Etude number 24. This is just a diatonic sequence in the key of G. G to E minor, to C, to A minor, to D. So 1, 6, 4, 2, 5, 1. So what we're trying to do is sustain these bass notes while we move melodic pitches above. So that note up here can ring. So finger pressure is important. If you've not yet done so, I would ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It makes a difference. Like, share, and leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. And if you'd care to leave me a tip, that would be great. My PayPal information is in the description below. And here's Melodic Motion Etude number 24. So we're seeing thirds here, I think, throughout. Major third, G and B. The 5th and 4th frets of the 4th and 3rd strings. I'm actually hammering that second note, then striking the D up here at the 7th fret. So this is going G and B, C, D, with an F sharp here, 4th fret of the 4th string, and then getting the B on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. This would be taking it through the scale. This is what I mean about taking an exercise or a small little mechanism from one of these etudes and just move it through the key. Use your ear. If something doesn't sound right, change it. Now E minor. So we're reaching here E and G, 7 and 5, up to A at the 7th fret of the 4th string, and then we're hitting B at the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and coalescing here into a little G second inversion triad. This could also be seen as E minor over D, but I think it's G. G over D, 5, 5, 4. So we have to move all those voices without knocking anything out of whack. George Van Epps used to say that the distance we have from moving fingers while a string is vibrating is less than the width of a credit card. So it is a precise operation. This is where I really advocate keeping the thumb back. If I see people up like this, you're shortening your hand, you're disengaging your wrist from your forearm. If your elbow can hang and your forearm's relaxed, we're addressing the board this way with the thumb more or less in the middle of the board, in the middle of the hand, usually opposite middle finger if that feels good. But just know that if you watch here, if I bring my wrist up, which I do for bends and whatnot, that's fine. I think that's the technique to use. But if you're using that as a playing norm, look at what's happening. You're putting a lot of tension in your wrist and your forearm's completely out of the picture, when in fact we can allow the weight of our elbow and our forearm to help us bring notes down. So it's even less effort. If we're up with our shoulder or somehow tensing our elbow against our body, we're definitely losing out on technical possibilities. I think it affects the sound too, ultimately too. Your sound is a product of what you hear in your head, what you're going for. Of course, your equipment, your gear, your guitar, your string gauges, all of that. But I think it's really the mental sound that you have in your head, if that makes sense. The way that you're conceptualizing it and your preference of what you want to hear, that makes the biggest difference. So we were here. Now C, a third, C and E. Same idea as, but now our interval distance is different. We have a third C and E, but because of where we are in the scale, C and E with an F sharp, I'm hammering, then letting off to B, so first inversion B chords, G chord, sorry. Then down to E here, second fret of the fourth string. And now sixth and fifth string, some low stuff. This is where, in an arrangement, say, you might refinger this to get an open string. We don't want open strings because we want to be able to move this mechanism anywhere. So A and C, a minor third, hammering to D. I'm out here getting E on the second fret of the fourth string. Then D and F sharp, fifth and fourth strings, hammering to G at the fifth fret and up to 7 there, F sharp, G, A. There's other ways to get this, but we'll save that for another time. I hope this sparks some exploration of your own and that you like these sounds. Really work on trying to keep these things ringing. It's a challenge. It might look simple, but I think once you try to get it on your instrument and get the things to sing as if they're independent voices, it takes some technique and some work at it. I hope this finds you very well, and I do, of course, wish you a very good day.